Alright, top students, Mr. Blevins here. I'm going to show you today how to make an origami frog that will jump when you push down on it. If you don't have a sheet of square origami paper, or square any kind of paper, you may want to check my other video. I had a video on here previously called Making a Square for Origami. I think that's what I called it anyway. You'll see it, it's the only other one. But if you do have a square, let's go ahead and get started. First thing you want to do, as you can see I've done here, I've already made a crease on just by folding the model in half on its diagonal. You'll make a nice little triangle here. Alright? Unfold that, open it right back up, and fold the other diagonal. So, just like that. And now you've got a triangle in the other direction. Now you want to unfold that, and you should now have a nice little X on your paper where you folded it and made crease lines. What you want to do is you want to take your piece of paper and just flip it over so that now you've still got your X, but they're raised instead of sunken in like a valley. Now you want to take that piece of paper and fold it in half horizontally. It's all about the crease work here. If you do the crease work properly, it makes your life a lot easier when you go to make a finished model. So, now that you've folded it in half long ways, you're going to unfold it yet again. So now, you should have an X and a horizontal line across the middle. What you want to do, and this is going to kind of be a 3D step, but the paper should want to fold this way if you've done your creases correctly. You're going to just kind of let the paper do what it does, fold in on the horizontal that you just made, fold those like a valley, and fold down on the previous creases so that it makes this triangle. I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to try and do it in slow motion here, but if you look at it from the bottom, it should look like that. From the top, it should look like that. Alright? So let me do that again. If you look at your sheet of paper, you have your X and you have your horizontal. You fold the horizontal in like a valley, and the X is up like a mountain. It's called a mountain fold when you fold it upward like that, and a valley fold when you fold it with the crease downward. So it should make a shape that looks like that. Alright, so after you get that shape, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take this flap and you're going to want to fold it all the way over to the other side, just like that. This will make a nice, neat little line down the center of your triangle. Turn the model over and do the same thing with the flap on the same side. Fold it all the way to the other side, and you'll have a neat little line down the middle of your sheet. Just like, I think you can see it there. Just like that. You should have a nice little crease down the middle of your paper. Alright? What you're going to want to do, you have two flaps out here. Don't take all the paper. See how it's got 4 flaps on the bottom? You want to take just the top ones and fold them in like you're making a paper airplane. Fold them into the center so that they end up looking like that. Let me get that finished so I can move my hands out of the way. So it ends up looking like that. You just fold them from the outside into that center line you made. Alright? Now, you take these little flaps right up here, and you just fold them back till they touch the outside of that line you just made. And I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. It should look like that. Alright? So if you look at it from the side, you should have kind of a little accordion flap there, but it looks like that. Alright? Do the same thing with the other side. So that for this side of the model, it looks like that. It has kind of a little V-looking shape here, a little V-looking shape there, and that side of the model is finished for now. So, flip over your model. You can already kind of see these guys are going to be the feet of the frog. And on this side, you're going to take the little outside flaps again, and you're going to fold these upward until they touch the top along that center line. So it should look like that. So you took it from down here and you folded it up to that top point, right up there. And you're going to do the same thing with the other side, so that when it gets up to the top, it should make a little diamond shape on this side. You should have a little diamond shape on that side. They'll not want to sit flat for right now. You got to do a lot of creasing back and forth, but it should sit flat after a while of creasing. But it makes a little diamond shape, just like that. Now you're going to take these outermost points out here, and you're going to fold them straight in till they touch that center line. So it should look just like that. And do the same thing on the other side, so that it ends up looking like that on both sides. Alright? Now, the final step for the actual frog appearance is that you pull down these little flaps up the top. You should have a little flap up there. You pull it down till it goes right along the line of this triangle you just made. So it does that. Alright? Should have a little triangle sticking out to the side. Do the same thing with the other flap up here, so that now you have two little arms up here, two little legs down here. Alright? If you take the model and right here at the bottom of these two triangles, I think I've got a glare there, but at the bottom of these triangles, fold your model completely in half. Should look like that. It won't want to stay, and it doesn't need to, but that should be what it looks like. Now take that you just folded up, and fold it in half, back the other direction. Make sure to fold all the layers so that it ends up having a little bit of a flap there. So now you have your completed frog, and if you want him to jump, you just put your finger in the center there and kind of pull toward you. This one, since I used a large sheet of paper, doesn't have a lot of tension in it, so it doesn't jump too well, but he does kind of flip over.